Hello all and welcome back. Hope you're all safe and well at this crazy time. Just this week's a short video. It's on spraying a couple of little boxes. I spray them two different ways. I spray them one of them gets sprayed with a can and one gets sprayed with a gun. My ideal choice is the gun. Mainly because it doesn't create orange peel. Orange peel is a surface that's, when it's dried, it creates like the texture of an orange on top, which means that you have to sand it all away to spray the next coat. Versus spraying with a gun, you can control the air, the amount of product, which is a lot better over the can, because when you're spraying with a can, the only control you really have is by taking the gun further away from the vessel. Now the problem is with that is, one, you have a lot of overspray in the air, and two, you really can't control how much paint is actually landing on the surface, which with a gun you can turn the product down, you can turn the air down, and you can mix the two together. The negative side to spraying with a can is the amount of time you have to wait for the surface to dry, which doesn't sound that much of a drama, but the main problem is the longer the surface is wet, the longer it is where dust can land into it. Also, the reason why I like using a satin gloss 30% over waxes and oils, and that is mainly you get a consistent finish, you get very quick drying times, you don't have to spend a lot of time building coats. You can hit it with the polyurethane and then give it a rub back with some steel wool, knock all the high spots off it, and then give it another coat. 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, you're putting it in a box, get on to your next project. Also, the other reason why I like using a spray gun over a spray can and waxes and oils is I can control the amount of shine that goes on a vessel. I can spray it with, say, 30% thinners in the lacquer or the polyurethane, and that'll give me a nice warm satin gloss, which is equivalent to like quite a nice wax. Or I can up the amount of thinners to, say, 50%, and I can create a finish that's more closer towards an oil finish, very matte, like this one here, which I'll have some photos at the end which you can have a look at and see the differences between the two as well. The main thing to remember when you're spraying is PPE, personal protective equipment. Make sure you've got a respirator, and if you're spraying in a closed space, it's probably not ideal. You want to be well ventilated. A spray booth is my choice. It's they're not complicated to make. A little 1x1 little box with a fan pumping outside. As long as there's enough air suction to pull the vapor away from you, you always wear a respirator. I'll put a list up of the gun I use. Let's get into some spraying. Well, I hope you liked that video and you give spraying a go. Please remember about PPE, breathing respirators, spraying in well ventilated areas. Next week's video is on my custom wooden spoon that I've made. I've made hundreds of these over the years, so yeah, I'd love to have you join in and tune in, I should say, and check it out. Please don't forget to subscribe, and also any comments you want to leave, let me know. So then, happy tuning.